This is the band-assisted T-spine rotation. So what this one looks like is you're going to need a band that is moderate level of resistance, so not super heavy duty, not super light, but just in between. And then from here, you're going to set the band up at about hip height if you are on your knees, or at about knee height if your foot is flat on the ground. And then from there, I want you to work through this with me because this can definitely mess people up very easily. I've done this many times in class workouts, and every single time I turn my head and look back and people are in all sorts of funky positions. So make sure you work along with me. I'll go nice and slow so that you don't lose track. So how this works is you're going to first put the band right in front of you like so. And then from here, what you're going to do is bring the band around you. You're going to still be facing the same way, right? That's important. And then I'm going to bring my outside arm through the band like this, right? So now the band is behind my back. Okay, my outside arm is where the band is wrapped around. And then from here, I'm going to walk my knees out a little bit, just to the point where I'm having to fight that band just a little bit. And then I'm going to try to sit my butt on my heels, right, or relatively on my heels at least, and then bring my elbow down to the ground, okay? And then from here, I'm going to bring my hand behind my back, and then what I'm going to do is I'm going to just simply give into that band, but I'm going to also be contracting my muscles to try to rotate as much as possible in the same way that the band is pulling me, okay? And then I'm going to pull against the band, come down a little bit, and then repeat against the band, okay? Biggest reason we have our butt against our heels is because that limits the lumbar rotation. So the section of your spine is called the lumbar spine, and then we have the thoracic spine, so basically bottom of the rib cage to the base of the neck. And we are trying to isolate the thoracic spine, but if we were upright with our butt off of our heels, then we have a lot more rotation because now I'm starting to use my lumbar spine, okay? So it's super important that you basically eliminate the rotation as much as possible of the lumbar spine by bringing your butt to your heels and then performing the rotations that way so we can really isolate the thoracic spine. So that is the band-assisted T-spine rotation.